North Korea has been completely isolated from the outside world since 1953. North Korea is often perceived as completely cut off from the rest of the world. While the country has maintained a strict isolationist policy, it is not entirely disconnected. Limited trade, diplomatic relations, and illicit activities such as cybercrime and smuggling still connect North Korea to the global community. International organizations such as the United Nations also engage with North Korea on various issues, including humanitarian aid. Kim Jong-un assassinated his pop star girlfriend for making a sex tape. In 2012, a sensational story claimed that Kim Jong-un had his girlfriend, pop star Hyun Sung-woo, executed for making a sex tape. However, this was debunked when she appeared on state television in 2013, alive and well. This highlights the prevalence of exaggerated or false reports about North Korea in the media. Kim Jong-un executed his uncle by feeding him to dogs. A gruesome story from 2013 alleged that Kim Jong-un executed his uncle Jang Song-thaek by having him fed to 120 dogs. This story originated from a satirical Chinese blog and was widely spread despite its dubious source. While Jang was executed, the exact method remains unclear, demonstrating how misinformation can easily proliferate. Kim Jong-un executed a general with an anti-aircraft gun for falling asleep during an event. In 2015, it was reported that a North Korean general was executed with an anti-aircraft gun for dozing off at a state event. This story, initially from South Korea's intelligence agency, was later modified to state the general was purged and possibly executed, but the exact circumstances were uncertain. This case shows how true events can become distorted with sensational details. North Korea discovered a unicorn lair. A 2012 report claimed North Korean archaeologists found a unicorn lair in Pyongyang. While this was widely mocked in the West, it was intended as symbolic propaganda rather than a literal claim. It reflects North Korea's use of myth-making to boost national morale and cultural pride. North Koreans function in total uniformity. The perception that North Koreans are a monolithic group obediently following their regime is misleading. North Koreans, like any people, have diverse opinions and personal agency. Historical and contemporary evidence shows that they have resisted and protested against the regime in various forms, from armed rebellions to smuggling information and goods. Defector testimonies are entirely reliable. While defector stories provide valuable insights, they are sometimes exaggerated or fabricated due to the financial incentives offered by journalists and activists. This has led to skepticism about the accuracy of such accounts. Nevertheless, North Korea's human rights abuses are well documented. Despite these inconsistencies, North Koreans only leave the country by defecting. North Koreans work abroad in various countries, including Russia, China, and Poland, often under government contracts. While these workers are closely monitored, some manage to defect. The state earns significant revenue from these labor exports, helping to circumvent international sanctions. North Korea poses an imminent nuclear threat to the world. North Korea's nuclear capabilities have grown, but their ability to strike distant targets like the US remains uncertain. While they have made progress in missile technology, achieving a reliable intercontinental ballistic missile, ICBM, capable of carrying a nuclear warhead is still under development. Experts suggest it could take several more years before North Korea has a fully operational ICBM. Military action is a viable solution to the North Korean threat. A preemptive military strike on North Korea is fraught with risks, including massive casualties and the potential for nuclear fallout. Diplomatic and economic pressures, despite their limitations, are currently considered more viable options. The deployment of missile defense systems like THAAD in South Korea is part of the strategy to mitigate the threat. North Korea is a monolith. North Korea, both as a state and as a population, is far from monolithic. Defectors represent a diverse demographic, hailing from various socio-political backgrounds, regions, and professional experiences. Notably, over 80% of the 30,000 defectors in South Korea come from just 2 of North Korea's 9 provinces. This diversity of opinion and belief is similar to any other group, such as women, Americans, college students, fathers, or pet enthusiasts. North Korean citizens and defectors are no different in this regard. There has never been violent resistance against authorities. Contrary to the belief that North Koreans universally obey their government, the country has a history of isolated, violent resistances, including failed coups, assassination attempts, riots, and conflicts with authorities. While a large-scale uprising in Pyongyang is unlikely in the near future, it's important to recognize that the government does not maintain absolute control over every aspect of the country. The North Korean government provides for all citizens. The North Korean government no longer sustains its people through a public distribution system. Most citizens now rely on private market activities to earn money and support themselves. Today's North Korean youth often turn to their parents for money to buy necessities and luxuries from local street markets, rather than queuing up with ration cards for state-distributed goods. This shift away from state support began over 2 decades ago. Defectors often comment that Kim Il-sung, the the founder of socialist North Korea, would not recognize the country today due to the prevalence of private markets. They say you can buy almost anything in these markets except a cat's horn. In North Korea's hidden revolution, a young man named Jun-hee, name changed, shared that he received only one item from the state during his time in North Korea: ill-fitting school uniforms. Embarrassed by the poor quality, his mother bought him fancy, expensive red scarves from the street market that were durable and did not wrinkle easily. All North Korean defectors are pure victims. It's important to remember that North Korean defectors are just like everyone else. While many have endured incredibly harsh conditions, they are more than just defectors or North Koreans. They are individuals with their own agency, preferences, and diverse experiences. We should avoid sensationalizing, glorifying, or exoticizing them. Even with good intentions, North Koreans are simply people, like anyone else. The North Korean government has a complete information monopoly. The government's efforts to shield North Korean citizens from outside information are weakening. Although consuming or possessing unauthorized foreign media is punishable by severe penalties, including fines, hard labor, imprisonment, or even death, many citizens are increasingly seeking access to foreign information. This exposure is gradually planting seeds of doubt about the regime's propaganda. As more people encounter foreign media, their preferences and thinking begin to shift. This has led to subtle but significant changes in the country, with young people taking more risks, building trust, and forming stronger bonds. The rise of grassroots marketization and the influx of foreign information are transforming the social consciousness of some North Koreans, leading to irreversible changes. The country is a hopeless, impenetrable black box. Despite the numerous challenges faced by North Koreans, both within the country and when attempting to escape, they have demonstrated remarkable resilience. There is hope for positive change from within. North Korea is not a hopeless case. It is home to individuals who are adept at surviving and adapting to changes in information and market dynamics. The Kim family is universally despised, and the regime's collapse is near. There is a common Western misconception that the North Korean people deeply resent the Kim family, and that the regime's collapse is imminent. However, North Korea is unique due to its own history and culture. Unlike most nation-states, North Korea identifies the Kim family as synonymous with the nation and the state. Defending the Kim family is seen as defending the very essence of the country. While some courageous North Koreans strive for freedom, they are unlikely to cause a regime change. Any significant reforms are expected to come from the top down, indicating that the Kim regime will likely persist for some time. China holds the ultimate solution to the North Korea problem. A common misconception is that China, as North Korea's primary trading partner, holds the ultimate solution to the North Korea issue. This view oversimplifies the China-North Korea relationship and is potentially inaccurate. While China does have more influence over North Korea than other countries like Russia or the United States, it is crucial to remember that North Korea is an independent nation with its own agency. Over the past 3 years, North Korea's aggressive policies towards other Asian nations have repeatedly jeopardized China's national interests. The ongoing lack of a meeting between Kim Jong-un and Chinese President Xi Jinping highlights the strained relationship between the two nations. China has explicitly stated that its policy towards North Korea will prioritize its own national interests over those of North Korea.